What? Answer to while climbing on the 1 and 3. No, was it? Never.
What? Like this? No way. Honey, please.
No way. Yeah, your computer thing was off or something, man.
must have been a step.
Your sound was messed up or something, Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way I was
No way
coming
in
on the
this
1 and
house.
3.
Let me tell you something.
We don't do that in
If
this
my
house.
kids dared to clap
On the 1 and 3.
okay, that cannot happen in this house.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, hey. Thanks, baby.
You're welcome. So, I'm excited about tonight's topic, as usual. I don't know if I get excited about this show every time, just because we get to be with the chimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, this is like exciting every week.
So Primo came with shots fired like at the
I
beginning
see,
immediately.
I
I hit a
see.
birdie the other day that had April Nix's name all over it. So I see.
Yes, because usually it's me
yes,
making the birdie, so that's why my name was
that's
all
why your
over. I
name was
get
on
it.
it, exactly.
All right. That wasn't a diss.
So Primo's here. Corey Allen is here. What's the deal,
Hey,
cuz?
Corey.
Good to hear from you and see you. What's up, Ansem? No, I was not clapping on the 1 and 3. Thank you very much,
No,
sir.
he was not. Let's
Madeline,
make that clear.
Madeline is watching as usual. What's up, Madeline? How are you doing? Hope you're having a good night so far. Hope all of y'all having a good night. Welcome to Ask John and April Live, where we take your questions and we answer them here on the air. And we're excited about being live with y'all once again, as we always are. We love the chimes.
Yes.
We have something good for y'all tonight, as usual, and we're just excited about doing it. So let me just double check and make sure that I don't need to do this a little bit.
there you
Sorry.
go. No, that was right.
That was better. That's right? Isn't that better?
I
A
don't
little
know,
bit?
Whatever.
I don't know. Anyway.
I just come and sit down in my seat.
So chimes, where y'all at? If y'all are joining us for the first time, we'd love for you to just say, newbie or something like that in the chat. If you're an OG chime, I know the OGs are in the comments very early, so we know who you
We
are.
already
but
know.
we'd love to hear from you too. But
And I'm going to say again, those who watch later, we get a lot of people to watch later.
that's true.
Guys, you can still chime in.
Chime.
Okay?
For real.
Chime in. We read
What we need
the
to do,
chimes
we
say.
need to actually comment back though. That's what we need to be doing. We read
true.
them, but we need to be
Now,
actually.
sometimes I'll do some likes.
Well,
I
like's
won't
not
necessarily
enough.
comment back, but
Sometimes the conversation could be even better if we just,
that's true. We'll
kept that
comment
joint
back.
going. You know what I'm saying? We will do
Yeah.
that
So,
starting soon. You know
so
what I'm saying?
even if you are a late chime
yeah.
on the
It's
show.
not late for most of y'all. It's just, the replay. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying, you weren't here live. Your chiming in will still be.
It'll be recognized. Corey, are you
Yeah.
an OG? Is that what you're saying? I know
Corey's
you're laughing
definitely
loud,
OG.
You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely an OG.
You were there early enough. There's no question about it. You know what I'm saying? You could be considered
You are an
OG
OG
chime.
chime.
So, babe, why do you sound like that? Are
Oh,
you?
my goodness.
You sound a little,
I was like, should I say
sniffly, a
something
little
about
stuffed
how
up.
terrible I
You know what I'm
sound?
saying? You don't
First of
sound
all,
terrible at
I
all.
sounded like
Just
a
sound a little
smoker.
nasally.
I sounded like a serious smoker earlier today. And I had a meeting, and I was like, oh, man.
I think your voice is just a little deep. It wasn't really a smoker.
It
You know what I'm
was
saying?
pretty smoky.
You thought so?
Maybe like, 20 years smoker. Smoking for 20 years.
Are you sick?
Hey, Jerry.
I want to know, are you sick? What's up, Eugenia?
What up, Gina?
How you doing?
Aw,
Glad you're watching.
love you.
So, are you sick?
I love when she joins.
Am I sitting close to someone who is sick
No,
and
babe,
going to
and
get
you
me
know
sick?
that.
Oh, I just want to make
You
sure.
don't even care. Let me tell you something. John
Babe,
is trying to act like he cares.
the chime might want.
I'll
I
be
do
sick. He
care.
does not care at all. He'd
That's
be
not
all
true.
up in my face anyway. Don't even lie.
I mean, that's true. I
Exactly.
care that you're sick.
No, I'm talking
It's not
about-
going to keep my hands off of you.
I'm talking about
That ain't happening.
whether you're
You know what I'm saying?
you get sick, you don't care about it. You be up in my face anyway.
Yeah, I don't get. But I
And you
honestly
usually
don't
don't get
Yeah, I
sick
usually don't
from
get
me.
right.
But
I
I'm
usually
not
don't.
sick. I just have really bad allergies. And it's starting a little earlier this year.
We love you too.
Yes.
So
So it's starting a little earlier.
what's
this year.
crazy is I feel like you're almost a barometer for the season change because it's
Yes.
like all of a sudden you'll start getting these really bad allergy symptoms. I'm like, why is she doing that? It's still cold. And then
Yeah.
like 2 days later it's hot and there's all kinds of pollen.
I'm
It's
telling
almost
you.
like you can sense that joint or
ahead of
something.
time.
Yeah.
Because when just a little bit comes out, my body's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Can you hear me some of that chapstick?
Deidre says, "Hey family, what's the deal, Deidre?
What up, Deej?
We've been watching you lately, and actually we have
Let
a
me tell you
we
something.
have a proposition
We do have
for
a
you,
proposition
Deidre.
for you.
So,
I just have to
need
say,
to call you
this
soon.
woman right here, Deidre Nicole, this woman needs to be a comedian. Okay.
This is part of our proposition that we have for you.
She
By the way,
is hilarious, and it's not
she's
even
not even
like
trying.
she don't even have to do.
Right.
She don't even have to be trying to be funny.
she's not.
Like I think that's like a gift from the Lord.
Oh, I agree.
I really do.
No question.
Like that really is a gift.
And
where
we
you can
need
just
and we
be,
need your gift. So be ready.
do.
Be
So
ready
be
for
ready.
us to.
Yay,
you know what I'm
she
saying?
said she's ready. All right.
Okay, you
so
ready?
We'll call
Good.
you later.
Okay.
We'll call you later.
Yeah. We're gonna be, and you can't say. Well, you can say no if you want, but we hope you don't.
I think she knows that, babe.
Lovely Rose, what's the deal?
Hey, lovely Rose.
Good night to you as well.
Yes.
Are you laughing at April? She knows that. I know you know that you can say no. I'm just saying it's not going to affect our relationship if you say no. That's what I
think
really am
she
saying.
knows
You know what I'm
that,
saying?
babe.
Well, she might not know that.
Yes, she does.
She might think we'd be mad at her
Oh
for
my goodness.
for a while after that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Okay, babe. So Ansem says I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at behind. Oh yeah.
I know.
So Ants. Okay.
I
So
know.
we'll just tell you
This
what
is
happened.
This is not the studio, okay? This
Yes.
is not it.
All right. So basically,
We're doing a little Beyonce vibe.
yeah, it's kind of like a, I don't know, bomb shelter for what
For
it
the
really.
chimes.
Yeah.
You
a
know
chimes
where you
bomb
can
shelter.
come, you know.
So what you're looking at, Anselm, is this is our basement. We moved into a new house in September, and the only place to put the studio was in the basement, and that's insulation. we couldn't
and a picture of New York to try to,
Right.
you know,
try to cover
fancy
something,
it up
but
a bit.
it does nothing. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
this is-
But the bottom line is what we need to do is finish this basement. We haven't done that yet. And
I
in
have
lieu of that,
given-
we've been coming up with other ideas.
But I have given him a really good idea. But his whole thing is we need to just finish the basement. But I'm like, until then, I'm tired of the studio looking like this,
Right.
you know. But
And-
it will cost a
Anselm-
nice little
Anselm said,
amount.
"Are we streaming from inside of an air duct?" Basically, this is basically a giant air duct.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
But don't pay attention to that, you know.
Or you can. I actually think it makes it more interesting.
Does
Anselm,
it?
you would have logged off already by now, but you're trying to figure out what the heck is behind them. You know what I'm saying?
So people might join just to see.
Yeah. They're like,
Okay.
hey, go on John and April's joint. Tell me what's that behind them. You know what I'm saying? Primo, no, we didn't. Did y'all hear the avocado flatbread lunch post? No, we did not. I need to know what that is.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Are you talking about?
Why are you telling about it?
You talking about from Deidre? Yes.
Oh, yes. We did see
Yes.
that. Yes.
That was
Deidre's
hilarious. See what I'm
avocado
saying?
flatbread lunch
Guys,
post.
you
That
need
was
to
hilarious.
go follow Deidre Nicole right now
Yes.
because she's hilarious.
Yes.
Okay?
So first of all, let me just say, I meant to send that to you. Did I send it to you?
No.
Okay,
I be following Deidre.
Same.
Okay.
Right? I
When
just
her
saw it
stuff
randomly.
shows up, I'll be on there.
But here's what I want you to know. I want some of that flatbread.
I do too. And the next day, Deidre, I was going to make some because we had one avocado left. I was.
You
Seriously.
were going to. It's always
I was going
to.
But then what had happened was.
That's always what
happened
happened
that day? I forgot. But I ended up eating avocado, but I didn't make. Oh, I know why.
Why?
I came down really late to eat.
Okay.
And then it was like, you know what? I just did something real quick. But anyway, I'm making that.
Deidre talking about Primo, what's happening here? Let's focus on the topic at hand.
Stop trying to divert.
Corey, he says, "New house, I'm family. Where's my invite?" So the
Come
reason
on.
why nobody has come over really yet is because of how unfinished things are around here. We actually
Not
moved.
true, babe.
That's not
No.
okay.
Upstairs has been unfinished for a long time. We got that joint done in
Well,
a
that's
month.
true. You're right.
So,
Sorry, we don't have a good reason. Sorry.
so come on, Corey. You are invited. Okay.
So
Anytime.
Deidre says she's gonna post the recipe. People were asking. Yes,
Yes,
we need that
need
recipe.
that recipe. I was just gonna mix
We need you to just send it to
eggs
us.
and avocado and season it up.
Just
and put
text
it
it
in
to
the pan.
April. Text it to April
But
right now so that she can make it tomorrow.
Obviously, that's
You know what I'm
not
saying?
what you do because it's a recipe. I
Right.
didn't realize. I was just going.
All right, let me see if there's any comments on IG right now.
But, you
just
know,
to
let me
say, what's
tell
up,
you,
IG
I-
folks? Good to see y'all.
I do. I am really good at just, seeing what somebody did and then making it my own. Like I'm really good at that, y'all. I can cook.
She's actually also good at tasting something and knowing what's in that and kind of being like,
I can cook.
this
y'all.
needs this,
I
this
can
needs
throw
that.
down.
The other thing is, yes, she can cook. The other thing is that April's thing is usually better because most people don't season things the way that she does. Like, if y'all are making meat, y'all season the meat, right? Most people just like put seasoning like in the sauce
I can't
and just
take-
put bland meat in
No,
there.
but
You know
I
what I'm saying?
cannot take when I'm watching these cooking shows, and you're making steak,
Right.
and you're just gonna take a little bit of crushed. What is it?
Black pepper, maybe,
black pepper,
and maybe some coarse
and
salt.
Coarse. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Coarse salt, and
Right.
you just do like this on
Right.
top. You don't even get the sides.
Right.
Nah, bruh.
Yeah, April wants to massage.
But you
the
know
meat.
what? Some
You know what I'm
people
saying?
like the taste of meat,
Right.
and that's it. Like
Right.
I can't. I
Right.
don't understand that. So that's just me.
Yeah.
She said, I really just threw it together, but I think I remember the measurements. It's always a delicious science. Ooh, you came up with that
She just
yourself.
made that up yourself. That's crazy.
Hunty.
Ansem says, April, I think we're going to just give you the benefit of the doubt absent these invites.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm glad you said benefit of the doubt 'cause that's a nice topic.
I think he knows that.
Okay, so real quick, I actually want to talk about something first before we really get into the topic tonight. And it's, I want to see what I did there. Yes, we saw what you did there.
That was good. That was good.
That was excellent, actually. So tonight, before we get into the topic, I want to talk to you about something that happened today while I was at a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I was meeting with one of my colleagues, and basically, he is about to have his 50th wedding anniversary, he and his
Okay.
wife,
Mhm.
okay? And I was just asking him, how's the planning going?
Mm-hmm.
And he basically intimated that his wife is doing the most, okay? And I was thinking to myself, and I said it out loud to him. I said, you know what? Maybe she's trying to undo or redo or whatever she didn't get or wanted to get in her wedding 50 years ago. And he kind of laughed, and then I thought to myself, I wonder if other women are like that. Do you think, first of all, I want to know from you, were you dissatisfied with your wedding to the point that you would love to have a redo? And if you had a 50th anniversary, you might use that as an opportunity to redo it. And I wonder, are women like that in general? Do most women, are they disappointed at their wedding?
Are men like
something
that?
No,
No man is
absolutely
like
not.
that? Okay.
Well, I'm not saying
on,
no.
guys.
Hold
I
on,
wanna
hold on.
know. I wanna
I'm
know.
not
Are
saying no
any-
man is like that, but I'm gonna say this: the way my generation and older, maybe the younger ones are different, but
Yeah.
my generation and older, the way we were taught about weddings, it's not our day at all. Think about it for a second.
I know one
I'm
person.
wearing the same
Okay.
exact thing as all of my daggone groomsmen.
Yeah.
But Jerry Seinfeld makes a joke and says, the bride, the groom could actually not show up, and then you just have all the groomsmen step over one, and the next guy is the groom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally,
Well, these
to me,
days
it's not
they
even
be
a thing.
wearing the white suits.
Yes,
too.
I agree.
They
I'm
do
saying
white
these days
and all
are
that.
different.
These days are different.
But in my day and older, I would say we were taught that the wedding is more about the wife than it is the
Yeah, I
husband.
know.
So I
You know
think
I'm
the
just
husbands,
joking.
I think the husbands are less prone to be
But I do
disappointed.
know one groomzilla. I can't say his,
Groomzilla?
yes, I cannot say his name. I will tell you
Why
later.
can't you? I want to
Yes.
hear it.
No, I can't.
I think the chimes deserve
I
to
can't
hear
say
it.
his name.
Is he a
But-
chime?
No, he's not a chime. Well, he could be. He could be a chime.
Ish?
He could be chime-ish. Yeah, because
She
we
said
have
he-
we have some chimes that say you are chimes if you chime in at the house.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so even if you don't chime in on the
right.
comments
so
here,
I don't
you-
know
okay,
because there are
alright.
people who watch it tell me they're like, oh yeah, we watch it. I'm like, oh man, y'all don't be chiming in. I
Right,
didn't know you
right,
watch. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
he could be a chime.
Okay.
He was a groomzilla.
I-
I was shocked. I was literally floored.
I literally have no idea what you're talking
Oh
about.
man, the planning of I was his. I was
Really?
close enough to him as a friend to see
so,
the process,
is
and it
he,
was bad.
The question is he part of the younger generation where it makes sense?
No, he's in my
Oh my
class.
goodness.
Well, that is
Wow.
that is a young generation
That,
though.
okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
anyway.
Anyway, go ahead.
So for me,
Were you
okay, so
disappointed
yeah-
in your wedding?
No, I thought my wedding was nice. I liked my wedding.
So you actually don't need a do-over.
There are some things in it that I'd be like, oh, if I could just change that. If I
Okay.
could have just changed those 3 things.
Is it only 3
There
things?
were only three things that really made me cringe.
Can you say
No.
them on the air? You may not want to.
One was a dress that somebody wore. I'm just gonna put it that
Okay,
way.
I remember that.
I was very
see
upset
why,
about
I see
that
why you're
dress
not saying
because
that.
I did not pick that dress, and they show up in their own dress, y'all. And it was not a bridesmaid, but I'm just saying they just.
Okay.
But I asked them to wear a specific thing. Like,
Yes.
why would you come with
Yes.
your own dress
And
and,
that
it look like
didn't
a
work out.
grandma grizzly?
Right.
So, but whatever. That wasn't a big deal, right? And then I really didn't like, now I would say, then when I watched it, I was like, oh, but the video could have been better, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe, but the time.
I don't know that we have the technology for the video to be better.
I don't know.
Unless we're paying big money.
And the pictures could have been better. I was not happy with the pictures because we
Yeah.
went and retook pictures three
We
years
did.
later,
We did.
which
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. So we
Right.
You know, we fixed that. But
right.
so no, I would not, want to redo. Ain't no way I'm redoing no wedding. Honey.
So
You
basically,
can forget that. If we're gonna redo something, we going to the justice of the peace.
that's how you would have done it the first time.
Or we will just have me and you and a few friends or whatever on an island somewhere. Okay, that's how I would celebrate my. I'm not trying to redo to get what I'm not trying to do that.
I would celebrate our 25th that way.
That's what I'm saying.
Our 50th.
Oh, 50th?
I think.
You'd want a wedding?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I just don't want to be on the beach. Or if I'm on the beach, at that age, unless I'm like really working out, I'm not trying to have on.
You need
know
to
what I'm
stop. You need to stop that. You
I'm
act
just
like
saying.
old people don't go on the beach.
I'm not saying that they don't. I'm saying
And
they probably
show their-
shouldn't.
Oh my goodness, you are awful. You're awful.
So you would not use your 50th wedding anniversary as a redo in any way. You wouldn't need
way.
to. And so what is your guess?
Okay, so
do you
you're
think,
talking
do you think
about-
most women are disappointed at their wedding enough where they'd want to redo?
I think some are. I don't know
But
if
you
I
wouldn't
would
say
say
most.
most,
Okay.
but a lot are though. I have, talked to women who were not happy.
Right.
But I don't know about now. I don't know about the newer.
Okay, you don't think the new
Like you
generation
said,
has that issue
the
because
guys
they're
in the new generation might care more.
right.
I also think that they're happy with what they did.
Because they are
Let me
looking
tell
it
you
up on
something.
Instagram first to make sure and know what the
Standards are so
things
high
are.
now
Yeah.
with everything. It's like prices are up and so are standards.
Mm.
So you have to come correct or, I'm telling you, people now care more about what people think than ever. And I think it's because, I mean, everything is posted.
Right.
So if your joint is jacked, it's gonna be all on the internet, and everybody's gonna repost it. Your stuff might go viral if it's
Right. If it's whack. That's
You
true.
know, like the one girl who went out talking about, "Don't be talking about my mama."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Did we have it? Did we save that, John?
Yes. Don't be talking about.
What about the didn't we just see a woman pastor throw up during the vows?
Threw up during the vows.
What was
Guys,
that?
did y'all see that? She literally turned around
And went, "Ah."
and vomited. Okay.
And what does that mean? Does that mean she doesn't believe in the wedding? You know what I'm saying? Like it
was
doesn't deserve any kind
It
of,
was sickening, I guess.
That's hilarious, man. Well, anyway, I want to know what the Chimes think, so I'm about to look right now. Do they have the same idea as you? Oh, Wanda. What's the deal?
What's up?
Primo says no, man. So I'm assuming he's saying no. He's not. Yeah, not our day at all. Exactly. Right. Hugh says, "What's up, Desi? The real deal is the wedding for the parents."
No, that's
yeah,
true.
That's true.
That is very true.
That's a good point.
Listen, I have seen some parents, honey, that act. They're the bridezillas.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay. Talisa says, "I loved our wedding. I wish it was even smaller and in a destination. He was very active in wedding planning, and I wish we remembered more. It was such a blur." Yo,
Oh,
it is.
yeah,
It'd be a
I
blur.
know.
That's
I
definitely
know.
true.
Yeah.
Deidre wants you to say the name. and
Grandma Grizzly.
People talking about
Listen,
Grandma
it
Grizzly.
was.
Anselm would redo the honeymoon.
I think I would too.
I think I would too.
I think I would too.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
What's up,
Hey, we were
Danita?
so young. Hey, Danita.
Danita says she loved her wedding, but she would do the reception.
Oh, I didn't think about the reception.
I
'Cause
think
would've had-
I think I like the reception.
Our reception was really good.
Yeah,
it was
I think
actually
fun.
hilarious.
Yeah, I agree.
But I did want dancing, and we didn't.
Yeah,
have it.
we
Guys,
did-
we were so
yeah.
young.
Yeah.
21 years old. Like,
Yeah.
I should. When you're older, you don't care what.
So here's the thing. Back in 2000, okay, guys, I had just become a pastor. Literally in August 2000. We got married in
21. No.
in
we married in 2000.
December of 2000.
Yeah.
So it was only a few months later.
Yeah.
I had just become a pastor, and we were pastoring in the South in 2000.
I mean,
So many people.
I
I
know.
just feel like if we had danced, that would have been like
no, but we could have had an after party, an after
maybe.
reception.
That's true.
Yeah,
That could have worked.
that could have worked. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but
And
that's
since-
what I want for our 25th. I told you that.
You did.
Or my
That's coming up.
my birthday. One of my
25th is coming
birthdays.
up,
One of
man.
my birthdays. You can do it for that.
Your 50th
Okay.
birthday. In
So
1 year.
IG Chime
years.
said, I wouldn't wait that long, but I'd love to fix a few things. First off, the photographer. I mean me too.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. When you're a photographer and when your pictures aren't the way you wanted them, because you can't go back and fix that.
Right. Okay, so Ansel says, I think redoing the honeymoon would just be a way to sneak in an extra vacay. Redoing the wedding is just another way to get more broke. That's a good point.
Now that is true.
And that's the thing.
I'd rather do the honeymoon.
Yeah, because if you're going to spend money
I'd
anyway.
rather redo the honeymoon.
Did you say I'm back? Had to go Google that pastor throwing up. Did you
Did
find
you
it?
see it?
Did you see it?
She's laughing out loud, so she
Yeah.
saw that joint. It was disgusting. Okay.
Corey says I've never been married. That's true, Corey.
So you get some tips,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, yeah. You
Get
know what I'm
some
saying?
tips.
Denise said I wanted dancing. Also, I'd scale it back.
Mm.
There were 950 people there, and we legit didn't remember most people.
Wow.
How many people were at our
Wow.
reception? I don't remember how many
We
people at
had
the wedding.
500.
We had 500 at the reception. I don't remember how many were at the wedding.
That's
I mean, we
true.
didn't count that. It was at Berean.
It was pretty
and-
packed.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of people at the wedding that like you said, I don't even remember.
Well, I don't remember most of the day, except
That's true.
You know what? I only remember what I've seen in the video.
Listen,
I don't
remember
actually
Paul
have my own
stand-up.
memories.
We remembered Paul stand
I remember the reception.
hilarious.
Yes, the reception is when I started
Oh,
remembering
but
stuff.
wedding?
The wedding was such a blur.
I do remember you singing to me though.
I remember that too, but I remember it more so as like I remember watching the video afterwards and
That's true.
remembering stuff. So my
Actually,
memory of our
my
wedding day
memory-
is me remembering the video. You see what I'm
That's true.
saying? Like I don't have any memories
No,
of the
but
day.
I do remember your cousin in the back behind
Oh,
you.
Brian crying?
Bawling.
Yes,
no,
I
he was
remember that
literally
too.
stomping his
Yeah,
foot like
yeah.
bawling.
He cried like
crying.
it was a funeral.
And I was instead of looking at John like I should have been, I was looking at Brian like, is he okay? Like,
He was crying while I was singing.
oh, that was so sweet though. That was sweet.
Talisa says we got to start playing the 25th. You're right, because it's literally around the
Yes.
corner.
No,
this
you're
year,
right.
This year, December will be 24, so we are less than
You are
2 years away.
right. We need to start playing.
We got
today.
to stop fooling around. Dale and I got married at the courthouse. Smart.
Mhm.
So I don't mind
Smart.
having a do-over. So she's saying she would do a
Okay.
do-over for that reason.
Okay.
We got married along with so much people. I definitely need to do-over. A do-over.
Now that
yeah.
if you want a wedding, that's
Right,
you
if
know
you
what I'm
never had
saying?
one.
Right.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
You're good with that.
She
Deidre
said
says she found it.
Wasn't that crazy? I had to watch it like 5 times.
And Wanda says she agrees she'd rather do a honeymoon. I
Yeah.
think that's most people saying that same
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't dance because of the parents, family expectations.
know that.
Now you do what you want to do and don't care. You're right.
Exactly.
And so he
That's
was
the
right.
point.
I guess in some ways you have to admit that there are parts and aspects of the wedding that were really about your parents.
It's true.
That's really what
And
it was.
we respect our parents enough that you know what, and they're
April's
paying
dad,
for it. Like,
April's
it's not
dad
that
at the
deep.
time was conference president. My dad at the time was pastor of Oakwood.
First of all,
we didn't
no
want to do
one would
anything
have
to-
danced.
Right? Who's gonna dance?
No one
Who's
would
gonna
have
do
even
it?
gotten on the floor except for our party. That's it.
Right. That's
So
it.
nobody
Yeah.
would have even danced.
Right.
And I mean, it wouldn't have been. That's why I say if it was an after party, just your friends,
Right.
do a little thing, that would have been really
good.
fun.
That's
You
true.
know.
Primo
So-
said we fed 600 at the reception.
Ooh, woo, yep.
PK.
That's what happens.
Wowzers.
PK.
That's how it be, man. I remember we didn't eat at the reception. It ended up eating at Burger King. What? When we
You know
got to the
what?
hotel.
We didn't eat either.
That we didn't eat.
We gave our plates to my sister and your cousin.
He said we had to get up
You
early
remember
and go
that?
on a cruise.
Wow.
That's true. Angela and
And Kim ate our
plates.
You know, I think we were just, sometimes you're just kind of anxious.
But babe,
and
I don't remember eating that night either. Did we even eat when we got to the hotel?
Listen, I remember getting in the bed.
Yeah. I was sleepy
I mean,
as what? I was tired as
we
what?
had
My
to handle
jaw was hurting
business,
from all that
but-
smiling.
It was like, I don't.
We didn't handle
it
business
wasn't-
right away.
No, we didn't.
I feel like we got into bed first.
We did. It was,
Oh man,
It was
Keith
not,
Jackson.
you know.
What's up, Keith? He
Hey,
says we
Keith.
still have the look of newlyweds.
Aw,
That's definitely not true, but thanks, Keith. That makes you feel good.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Okay, babe. So we gotta get into tonight's topic. It's already
Yeah.
9:24, and we haven't
I mean,
even
we could
touched
just
it
be
yet.
talking with the chimes about nothing.
Of course, which is great.
We need to do that one.
We
day.
should. We should
We
just
just
fool
need to do a
around, you know what I'm saying?
Seinfeld. You know,
Lovely Rose says I can't remember if I ate all my food. So I mean, most people. You know what I'm
can't
saying?
remember.
All right, y'all. So here's tonight's topic, and here's why I love it. I love it because I think it has to do with conflict resolution, which I believe we deal with regularly in our relationships, and we're always looking for tips and ways to do better with this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think not everything has to be the biggest thing ever, and I think sometimes we make a bigger deal out of stuff than we need to.
We do, and we
And
talked
benefit of
about
the doubt would
last
help.
week about how that affects your physical intimacy.
What
And
was last week? Being petty, right?
Yeah, being petty. And I guess this is kind of an extension of this if you think about it. Because, again, this is about not making a big deal out of stuff. And by the way, Danita said, y'all PK guest list be reckless. I didn't know it. Listen, no, the PK list is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't even tell you how many people they had to be like, no, we got to cut this down. We got to cut this
Right,
down. Because
right.
it was just insanely long.
And you know her husband, boyfriend, that's what she calls him. Her boyfriend's a PK.
Yes.
So, that's how she
Right.
knows. When she saw his side, she was like, oh. And see, the crazy thing, Danita, you notice too, you'd be like, oh, we have to invite them.
Yes.
Oh, no, we
You
have
said,
to.
oh, we have to.
No, we have to invite them. Ah, we got to invite them.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally was just like that the whole way. On both sides, it was crazy.
You know, I said, this is what I said. And I know we were supposed to be moving on. I'm sorry.
Who cares?
But I
Sorry.
said, for my kids, I want it to be their wedding.
So are
know
you
what I mean?
saying?
Like,
Are you saying that
whatever-
when Julia gets married, you are not going to try to influence her guest list?
No. Like, I'm going to give
Hold
the
on. Hold on. I'm recording this.
Okay,
At Julia's wedding,
Okay,
you are
let's take...
not going to try to influence her guest
Okay,
list.
let me just say this. Guest list, schmesh list, that's not a big deal.
Oh,
okay?
that's not what you're talking
No.
about. Okay, all right.
Because they're not going to know folks sitting in the audience. It's not a big deal,
Okay.
right?
All right.
But I'm talking
And
about...
you're paying for it, so.
Yeah, and everybody don't have to be invited to the reception. You can be very,
Very true. Okay.
But as far as just what she wants or what John wants in his, fiance, whatever,
yeah.
like, I want them to feel free to be like, here are the things. Look, here's the budget, first of all.
Of
Here's the
course.
budget.
Yes.
So I don't mean, you get free reign.
Right.
But just, because it's theirs. And you want the person, you want your children, you want whoever's getting married to later on be like, I really loved this day. It was great. Because I was able to pick the things I wanted. And I'm not looking back saying, my mama made me get that and I didn't want that. Whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm with you. I know they're both going to have things they complain about with their wedding. I don't want it to be us. I don't want them to
Right.
be complaining
Yes.
about what we did or didn't do.
Because the other
to
parents
mess
are going
them
to do
up.
that.
That's true. That's a good point.
You got other parents
Let's
involved.
be the non-crazy
Okay.
parents.
Let's be the
All right,
non.
let's do
exact-
that
Let's
right
do
now.
that, baby.
All right.
That's we had a pact.
That's our pact.
Okay.
Oh, Jeremiah says hello, by
hey,
the way.
Jeremiah.
And then Didier says, listen, let them elope.
Listen.
Don't let people eat for free.
I am more pro eloping now
I
than
am
I've
too.
ever been.
Oh, yeah. The word
because
elope has a negative
It
connotation
does,
because
it
it
does.
feels like you like
going to
went off
Las
in the dead of night
Vegas,
and
you
you
got
got
Elvis
secretly
Presley,
wedding. But you don't have to. You don't have to get
marrying
secretly
you.
married. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Asum says I'm a PK and I knew better. Didn't do a guest list. Just did a Facebook post and I was done. Wow.
Oh, I
that
love
was brave.
I love that.
And that's the thing. What I'm
we would have
worried
to do
about.
a MySpace post.
Right, that's right. Because we got married in 2000. There wasn't even no Facebook for real.
Exactly, not for
Actually,
real.
I wasn't in Facebook at all, was there?
No.
When was that Facebook start? 2006, 7? What? I don't know. It probably was.
We didn't even have Facebook until Paul went to Korea.
You're right.
We got
didn't
Facebook
get a
because
Facebook.
Paul went to Korea.
That's true.
So there was no Facebook for us.
Right. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Primo says, don't people feel some kind of way if they're invited to the wedding and not to the reception? I think so. In fact, I don't think
We had several people who came to the reception who weren't invited. They came anyway.
that's true.
Almost like, now y'all know my relationship with you. I should be here.
And the Lord worked it out. It was a
He did-
snowstorm
it was a
that day. And so
snowstorm.
people were able to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and the seats were filled. So I was like, the Lord knew that if, that would have been, you don't want to turn people away.
Yeah.
But
By the way,
I
Dad's
don't
on here.
know.
I didn't even see it. He says we literally were the first ones to leave our reception.
Wow.
You don't have to finish and tell us what you were doing or why you left early. But that is crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, for real. Let's go with the topic now.
Okay,
All right, so
okay.
here's the topic.
Here
The
we go.
topic is how often should I give my spouse the benefit of the doubt?
That's
now,
a really good question.
I think it is too. So the implication of the question, though, is that we should be trying to give our spouses the benefit of the doubt. And I would say along the lines of the pettiness talk we had last week, I wonder how often we think about doing that. Like, do we so let's just spoiler alert. Let's just start with that question. How often do you think spouses should give each other the benefit of the doubt?
I think as often as possible.
I agree.
I do. I think as often as possible. We'll talk further.
Yes.
I'm going to go deeper into
Me too.
that.
Me too.
But, I
But that's
think as often
spoiler
as
alert. That's
possible.
what we believe.
Yeah.
We believe that a lot of conflicts that we have in our relationship are avoidable, and a lot of them don't have to be as explosive as they end up being. And I would say it this way. A lot of our conflicts start off at a 10 when if you just gave your partner the benefit of the doubt, it would have never gotten to a 10.
Wow.
Because
true.
sometimes it's jumping to conclusions about something. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I think that's important. So I think our posture and our stance should be to always try at least to give our partner the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a reason why for some couples that's not as as easy,
Okay.
because when you are giving someone the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
I can't say that, by the way.
Benefit of the
I
doubt.
say benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt. I can never just say benefit of the. I
You
can't.
just did it just now.
Anyway,
benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt.
Maybe you know how you do
I
those
said it.
exercises before a thing when you know how you have to talk and you say
Right.
it over and over again. Maybe
Right.
yours should be benefit of the doubt.
Maybe.
Just say it over and over again
Yeah,
until you
before I
start
do my
getting it.
voiceovers,
There you go.
which I want to be a voiceover.
Anybody? Any
person.
times have any plugs on voiceovers?
Yeah.
If you know anybody that
do,
needs
I really
voiceovers,
love
April has a
doing
beautiful
voiceover.
voice.
I love doing
even though it
voiceover
sounds
stuff.
nasally right now. I'm telling you, you want her. She's excellent. She reads very well.
I normally
She
don't sound
acts
like
the
her.
stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So hit us up.
Yeah. Seriously.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway,
You can just
So-
DM us at Just John and April. You know what I'm saying?
so anyway, I think it's because there's no friendship there. You know, like a true friendship.
Yeah.
So I think there are people who can be together, who are together, but they're not necessarily friends.
I think I agree with you, baby.
Or they weren't friends first, so they are establishing their friendship within the relationship, which takes time because now you have all these other distractions. Because now you are, married and dealing with life. So the friendship part is put second or third when you are dating and you're becoming friends, or you're friends before even dating. You are actually putting all the effort in the friendship. Like you're trying to get to know the person, you are trying to get to see who they are and accepting them and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't have that and you get married and then you try to form this friendship, it takes a little bit longer. And so when I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, see, I can't say it. When I'm trying to give you,
You're probably not going to
when
try
I'm
to
trying
give
to
it to
give
me,
you
though,
the
right?
BOTD,
Right.
I'm not going to necessarily be able to give it to you as quickly because I
You don't really like me like that.
not that I
No, because I
Not
think
the- not the
to
like-
me,
yeah.
friendship feels
Yeah.
like liking somebody.
yeah.
It's like
yeah.
it's like you can love someone, but you don't necessarily have to
Right,
like them. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. No,
and
really.
maybe you love the fact that you guys look good together, or maybe you love the fact that I don't know, you make a good couple. Like
no,
you
no,
both.
no.
You know
You
what I'm
may
saying?
love the fact that he's a provider.
Okay,
And he takes
yes,
care of you and
yes.
he gives you that part and it
Yes.
really draws you
And-
to that
yes,
person.
yes.
But there's not necessarily, like you said, a like
Right.
or a
Yeah.
I really like who this person is.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
knowing that person to the point where you can give them the BOTD.
Okay. Yes.
Because
yes.
you can't really give it to somebody if you don't know them very well. You know
yeah,
what I
I
mean? Their
agree with that.
character, who
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
deep down.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
The core them.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
Or if you don't accept core them.
that's a big one too.
If I don't accept who you are deep down and your character traits and who you really are, how can I give you, the BOTD? How can I
Okay,
give you that?
so we need to go to what benefit of the doubt even is, because we say that, I think we use that like everybody knows what it is, but we looked it up and we have some definitions for you. So first of all, benefit of the doubt is, this is from Merriam-Webster.com, the state of accepting something or someone as honest or deserving of trust, even though there are doubts.
Wow. I
So
didn't read this beforehand.
I know you did. I did that. I made sure I
Good
shielded you
job,
from it
babe.
so you'd have a nice reaction to it
Okay.
immediately. You know what I'm saying? So I'll read it again. Benefit of the doubt is the state of accepting something or someone as honest or deserving of trust,
Deserving?
even
Ooh.
though there are doubts.
Wow.
Now, I wanted to simplify it. So in the corner over there, I put BOTD simplified. Here's the simplification. Choosing to believe something good about someone rather than something bad. And the thing I put
Wow,
there was the
babe.
word choosing. I think
That's
that's the
good.
thing, right? So
Yeah.
in my opinion, the best relationships are based on decisions. A choice
It
that I
is.
made.
Choice, yeah.
Right? I didn't fall into or out of this. I just made a decision. Like, this is what I'm going to do. This is what marriage really is, right? It's a covenant that you make with somebody else. It's a decision to
It's a
say,
daily choice.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna submit to you. I'm gonna
Yep.
love you. I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna whatever it is, right?
Yep.
Just fill in the blank. But I'm making a decision to do that, whether you do it to me or not, right? Which is the
Very
Christian one.
That takes
The way-
spiritual,
Oh yeah, divine unction,
Unction.
and power.
Yes,
in order
the
to accomplish
Holy
that.
Spirit.
Okay, that's the
Okay?
Spirit of God. Okay.
inside of you.
But in my opinion, the benefit of the doubt is just a choice. It's literally
It
me
is.
choosing to believe the good rather than the bad.
Yeah.
even though what you just did hurt my feelings.
Yes.
Even
or
though,
annoyed me.
Or yes.
Or irritated me.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So,
Yeah.
in my opinion, that's a hard thing to do, but it's easier if you're friends.
It is easier if you're friends.
It's easier
It
if you've
is.
accepted the person.
Yes.
It's easier if you spend time reflecting on the way that they normally are with you, because
who the person really is.
yeah.
Like, what is their normal being? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So
anyway, in my opinion, that's the important thing. All right, so a couple questions I have for you. First of all, do you think you know some top reasons? You mentioned some a second ago. What do you think the top reasons why a person might not receive the benefit of the doubt or might not be willing to give it? Like one or the other.
yeah, someone who can't receive it. You say?
Either one. Like why? What are some reasons why couples don't give each other the benefit of the doubt?
Mm-hmm.
And what are some reasons, or what are some reasons why a person just doesn't receive the benefit of the doubt? Like, why don't I give it, or why don't I receive it? You know.
I don't know about the receiving part.
Okay, all right.
Because I think anybody would receive the BOTD. I think anybody would receive that.
I see what you're saying. I
Yeah.
didn't ask that question right.
No, I think anybody would receive it. But as far as giving it, I think. Well, I don't know if this is the top reason, but I think a big reason is because they're perfect in their mind. You know, they do it right,
Right.
and their partner doesn't. So they do it right. So when the partner messes up, I'm not going to give them the benefit of the I'm not going to give them the BOTD,
Right.
because I do that right all the time. So why can't you? I get it right, but you don't.
Okay, so a better question then.
I mean, why can't you get it right?
Right.
So I'm not going to give you that, because you should be able to stand at my stand. You should be able to rise to the standard that I have, you know, which is my standard.
Yes.
At my level, whatever I am.
Right.
You know, and do it the way I do it, which is right every time.
By the way, I meant to say this
In
earlier.
your mind, in that person's
Yes.
mind.
I meant to say this earlier. Share this. I definitely think
yes,
that there
please
are
share.
people. First of all, it helps the channel when you share. So share every time, please. If you're watching on YouTube right now, like it, comment on it, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. That really helps us.
All the little buttons you can press.
Every button you can press, you press them. But I would say to share it also, because there might be somebody that you know of or don't know who might need this conversation tonight
Yeah.
that might help their relationship. And that's one of our values here. That's one of our missions, is to help
It really is.
difficult conversations to happen in a way that's fun and light.
Let me
and
tell
all
you,
that kind
we
of
have
stuff.
had so many couples tell us that you know, we don't know them, and they'll see us, or we'll be somewhere and at, you know, a conference or something. Like we were at a conference past, and you know, a couple saying, you guys, what you talk about really helps us. We have
Yeah.
conversations about it.
Right.
Like, it's like, wow, this is great. That's what this is for.
That makes us feel
It
great, because that's
really
really why we're
does.
trying
That's
to do
what
it.
this is
You know what
for.
I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, okay, so just that pause to do that. But I do want to say this, because I think people, their conception of what receiving the benefit of the doubt is, I think that varies. So I want to ask you, April Nixon, what does it look like to you when I give you the benefit of the doubt? When do you want the benefit of the doubt? What would that actually look like?
All the time.
I know you want it all the time, but I'm saying, what does that look like? Like, what is getting the benefit of the doubt?
I want to know what the chimes think about this too, because I really have. I think I might not have the right idea of what it is, but for me,
I don't, and this is what I'm saying. I think everybody's idea of it might be different, and I think your idea is your idea, so I don't think it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think sometimes I want the benefit of the doubt. Oh, I didn't do too
That was
bad
bad.
there.
That was good.
Okay.
That was actually excellent.
Just like, even if it's something that you want to say to me, you know, something that needs to be said. But the benefit of the doubt for me would be you saying it in a certain way.
In a certain way,
That is
what?
that is geared towards me and who you know I am and what I need.
Okay.
So
So
I
what
think
does that
that's giving
mean?
me the BOTD
I don't know what
in
that
some
means.
situations.
Okay, so
here's an example.
Okay, give me so give me an example of a time where you really wanted the benefit of the doubt from me, and you didn't get it.
Okay, here's an example. So the other day,
So yesterday.
might have been yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before that. You came upstairs and you were like, you know,
First of all,
I'm not gonna do the voice.
I'm about to say,
I'm
can I
just
get
gonna,
can I get
I'm
a
not gonna do
normal
the
April
voice.
voice
I won't
this
do.
time?
I
Okay.
didn't say. I said
I'm
you
just
know.
asking.
I did it in my voice.
I'm just
okay?
asking. Okay, good.
Even though I sound like a smoker, if I were to talk the way because I really want to be talking like this. You know, but
Need some water?
anyway, but I want to get a voiceover job, so I have to
Right.
make
You
sure
have
that
to make-
even
yeah,
when I'm
yeah, you have to
sick,
sound
I
good.
can
Yes.
still do the job.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, you were like, babe, you left the heater on again downstairs. And when you leave that heater on, you do this often, by the way. That's what you said. You do this often, by the way.
I don't remember saying it
Yes,
like
you
that.
did. Now, don't do that. Don't do
I'm
that.
just saying,
But you
I
did
remember
this.
that.
You do this often, by the way, and you realize that it could cause a fire, and you're leaving it on all night long. Like you went in and I think the benefit of the doubt for me would be, oh babe, you left the heater on. Don't forget to turn that off when you leave your office.
Because that
That's it.
communicates.
It communicates that I'm an adult and I already know all of those things about heaters being on all night and why they shouldn't be on. You know what I mean? It was like you were teaching me for the first time. Like I am, 5, whatever.
It was 11.
As to why it was 11, I dropped. I was gonna say 11, but I dropped to 5. As to why I needed to turn and I didn't respond. I just said, okay. I had to just. I'm really doing good, much better.
You did pretty good with that because
I
I actually.
You didn't even know, did you?
As I was thinking about things that I've done lately that you might bring up on the show, because we're just that vulnerable on the show, I didn't think of that at all.
Right.
Like it never crossed my
Because
mind.
I'm not trying to be petty.
I thought about other
You know what
stuff
I'm saying?
that.
I'm not trying to be petty.
So you're
'Cause
right.
That could have been a petty.
These really do connect, don't they?
No, they really
these
do,
subjects.
guys. Because I really could have been petty and been like, I didn't like the way you said that to me. When really, I should have turned off the heater. It wasn't that deep. I know I gave him the benefit. I actually gave him BOTD that day because I was like, I know that he really wasn't trying to talk to me like a kid. Because I know John. I know he's not trying to do that. He wasn't trying to do that, but he was trying to emphasize this is happening. This has happened a few times. And here it is again. You know that could be a fire. You know that could be this or that or whatever.
And it's so funny. It's so funny because I really worked hard to not sound some kind of way. And I thought, hold on, I thought I succeeded until tonight. Until right now that you're saying, like, I felt like I felt like it didn't have the normal. I didn't want to sound annoyed because I wasn't. I didn't want to sound like I was upset because I wasn't. But I did want to, I guess, emphasize why this was important. But it didn't occur to me that long soliloquy would make you feel like a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just, hey, babe, you left the heater on. Oh, man, my bad. I think that, and for those who are married,
so here's the thing.
Listen, those who are married and those who aren't married, who's listening, who's watching, do you see how that little bitty thing could have caused a little argument?
More than that. It
Or
could have been
a silent
huge
treatment
thing.
time
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
right? It could have grown into something bigger if I had said, I didn't like the way you said, what do you mean? You don't, you lead it, whatever. Then it could have turned into that. Then it would have been, oh, now I don't like the way you're talking to me now. So do you see, this is just an example, a very small example of how responding to something in a petty way or not being able to just be like, you know what? Take it for what it is. And I've really learned to do that. Take it for what it is. You're right. I shouldn't have left the heater on. Thank you for reminding me, done. And I really forgot about it until
today when I was like, yo, try to remember something that I did recently.
Right, and I was like,
so we could talk about it on the show.
Let me think about that.
So I do want to underscore something that you said, though, which is great, right? I think you would have loved to receive the benefit of the doubt in that situation. You did not receive it, according to the way you felt. But you responded by giving me the benefit of the doubt and saying, I know John probably didn't mean it that way. And you didn't respond and react to the situation. You gave me the benefit of the doubt and said,
the BOTD is what made me not respond petty.
Right.
Instead of being petty, or I guess that's not necessarily petty if I felt like you were talking to me like a kid. I guess that's not petty. But instead of...
You thought it was petty. You thought it
I
might
mean,
be
it
petty,
could
so you said,
have
I'm not
become
Yeah.
a petty argument,
Right.
but I guess that's not really petty. But I'm saying because it's the way you felt. Whatever.
Right.
It's a thin line. But I think giving you that made it so that. And what was I saying? Sorry.
That basically you were able to give me the benefit of the doubt, even though you didn't receive it in that situation.
Right, because I did not want to fight.
Right.
I didn't want to feel ill
Yes.
will about
Yes.
you
Yes.
when I knew your intentions were probably positive. Do you see?
Yeah.
That really is the definition. Because I could have said, he's just trying to control me, or he's just trying to be telling me what to do, or talking to me like a kid, whatever.
Right.
You know, I could have taken it that way, but I chose to see the positive. Like, I know that your intentions were not to do that because I know you,
Yeah.
you know?
Right. That's huge.
So I guess I need to ask you that question. You want to
I want to go to the Chimes.
Okay, go to the
Well,
Chimes.
well, here's the thing. I can answer your question very easily.
Oh boy.
I couldn't think of anything. I actually feel like this is one of the areas that you've excelled at our entire relationship. That is, you're really good at putting your feet in someone else's shoes. I think that you normally try to do that for me, but I think it's because I think you really care that we're good. I care that we're good too.
But
I'm not saying it like that. Like I want us to be good. You know what I'm saying? I want us to be
But
good.
I think that's personality traits.
Agreed.
I really think that's
Agreed.
a personality
Yeah,
thing.
I want us to be good, but I'm
am-
okay with us being bad for a second, so we can get back to being good.
And exactly.
You don't want us to ever be bad in the first place,
Right.
And so for you,
I always
giving-
want peace.
yes, and so giving me the benefit of the doubt sometimes is to quench your own.
So it's selfish.
I'm not saying it's selfish at all.
I'm joking.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I feel like you've always been good at giving me the benefit of the doubt. So I can't think of. There may be some times that it happens, but I
Yeah.
don't feel like I could
Well,
easily
I
think of it.
think that I'm glad you said that because I think that man, I be losing my train of thought in the middle of Oh man, what did you say?
You were talking about
Oh my
how
God,
it is that
terrible.
this is personality driven.
Oh,
that you-
yes.
Yeah.
So I think knowing your personality, I think it's good for couples to take personality tests. Like, what was the one? We need to tell them. What's that one that we took? The whole family took it. It was so good.
It's called 16 Personalities.
Yes, 16 personalities.
It's
Guys,
free.
it's really good. It's free.
Most of you probably know about it. Just go online, 16personalities.com.
Yes.
And it gives you a really nice assessment. It's totally
And
free.
it gives you like your personality in relationships, you know, your personality
Yeah.
at work, your
Yeah.
personality, what kind of job
Right.
would you
And then there's a
you know,
pay part that you can pay for that will give you way more information.
but
the free gives
the
you a
free
lot.
gives you a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I think that
16personalities.com.
helps because when I know that you're not necessarily one who needs peace,
Mm-hmm.
then again, that's like, okay, he's not as he doesn't, you know, shun conflict as much. You
I
know what I'm saying?
actually
I don't
probably look for conflict.
You look for it. I don't avoid it. I do not avoid it.
Right.
I'd rather not, but I'm not afraid to,
Yes.
you know,
Right.
have the conflict.
Right.
But I'd rather there be peace. But I think knowing that about yourself and your partner, that helps too.
I would say actually you do avoid it. I would say you're not scared of it. I don't think you're scared of conflict.
I don't avoid conflict.
I think you do.
I don't.
I think that
I do not avoid conflict.
I
If
think
I avoid,
you do.
babe, if I avoided conflict, I would never bring anything up to you.
That's different. That's different. So what I'm
No,
really
when you avoid conflict, you don't talk about how you feel. You don't say, "I really didn't like when you do whatever." You
Okay.
ignore it.
all right. I see.
People who
I
avoid
would I would use the word ignore. Like I don't think you ignore it, but I don't think your natural inclination is to embrace conflict. I think when something looks like it might be a conflict, you look for a way to make sure it's not a conflict. To me, maybe the word avoid is not the right word.
No,
in that situation
because
either.
I
Maybe
make
you're,
sure it's not a conflict by handling it immediately. See, that's my thing.
Yeah,
and you
do
know
do
that.
too.
My thing is not
That's true.
avoiding. It's
You're not an
let's,
avoider, that's true.
Let's
That's a
let's
good
handle
point.
it now.
Right, and you're definitely not scared of it.
No,
You never have
I've
been.
never been scared of
Right,
conflict,
right.
and I've never been an avoider.
That's true.
Come on, babe. You know
You're right.
avoiders
You're right.
in relationships. They
I'm
ignore
looking
it.
for the right word.
They-
It's not the right word, but that's not the right word.
I want peace, so I am quick to handle the conflict. I'm quick to bring it up so that we can be done with it
Right.
and move on.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so here's some comments from the chimes. Primo says, always show over next. Meaning, given the benefit of the doubt, you should always
Yes,
give the benefit of
yes.
the doubt. I don't know that the word always is, ever possible. Like, I think you should always be trying. I don't know if,
So are there times when you don't think you should be given the benefit of
yes,
the benefit of
the
the
benefit of
I
the
can't,
doubt.
yeah.
I wouldn't say, okay, here's what I would say. I would say I understand in certain relationships where a person constantly violates this particular thing that you're giving the benefit of the doubt on. I
Right.
feel like at some point you gotta be like,
You
all
gotta
right,
be like,
look,
What
you
what
ain't-
was happening
yeah,
here?
come on. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, I would say, nah, you ain't getting that from me no more until you.
Yeah, but really, in those situations, something else is going on. Something's not,
Yeah, it's
you know.
probably true.
So you do almost have to give the BOTD because it has to be like, you know what, this is not their personality. They are
Right.
not conscientious. So
Right.
I'm gonna have
Right.
to close those cabinets. You know, I'm just saying, like,
Okay, Ansel says when benefits of doubts granted produce more doubts than benefits, then chances are there are pre-existing issues. That's exactly what you just said. You basically said there's probably something else going on in that
yes,
situation.
something else is happening there.
Wanda says this is so good. That is so good. I don't know what specifically we said, but thank you. I'm glad. Ansem says that can go the other way too, though. Some will give you the benefit of the doubt because they don't know you, but that can tighten up as trust diminishes based on experiential evidence. That's also true.
That is true.
How
'Cause
many
we
times
give-
have you given
We
someone
give
the benefit of the doubt?
strangers the benefit of the
Yes.
doubt. We do.
And then they burn you, and it's like, all right, that's it for that. I'm never giving that again.
That's true. But I think in relationships, when you know the, I think that's more so when you don't know the person.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
And
very
I
true.
think that's why it's very important that you are friends,
Yeah.
that you accept each other.
Danita says, I wonder if it's the opposite. I can't give you the benefit of the doubt because I'm also not at the standard. Oh, okay. That's a good point.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is
So maybe
good.
sometimes it's because my standard is too high. Maybe it's because in my mind I can't do that, so I don't think you can either.
Ah, got it. I like that, and that is
Yeah.
very true. But will the person ever admit that? Will a
Yeah, I
person
don't
be able
know.
to say, "I'm not good at that, so you ain't either"?
Yeah.
That's a subconscious thing, I think.
Yeah.
But it's good and it's true. I believe you're right.
Thank you, Nikki, for putting your actual how you pronounce this in here. I messed that up before. I might have called you Nikkei or something. Anyway, I'm not married, but I'm loving your channel because one day I hope I can be a great spouse. That's good.
Yay.
And I'm learning a lot from this channel, and my name is pronounced Nikki.
Hi,
Thank
Nikki.
you. I messed that up definitely last time. First of all, Nikki, I love that you're saying that. One of the things that we like about this kind of discussion or these kinds of discussions is that I don't think you have to be married in order to do that.
No.
And if you're preparing yourself to be an amazing spouse, you are going to be an amazing spouse.
I
You're
agree.
going to have a much easier time finding
Yes.
a person when you're spending the time trying to be the kind of person you would want to marry.
I also think that these lessons apply
Every relationship.
every relationship.
Yes, no question.
Your friends,
Yep.
close friends. I mean, these things apply everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So is not what he say, is how he said it.
well, you know I'm all about how he said it, Madeline. You know that, honey. It's all about how he said it. You know that.
Answer says a soft answer turneth away pettiness ish,
Ish.
sometimes ish. As you know, maybe some of you don't know, that's a text from Proverbs. Soft answer turns away wrath.
It's very true, though.
Okay, so Primo says, "Come on, John Stephen Nation, get it together. Please don't lose my vote, accusing April of being an avoider." Yeah, you're right. He knows good
Primo
and well.
knows I'm not. How Primo gonna know I'm not an avoider and you say I'm a avoider? Come on now.
I was trying to find a way to
Get another word quick,
You're right.
boo,
I can't
'cause
find
I
the
don't
word.
even like. Look, I'm not avoiding the conflict right now. Like I don't even like that you're saying I'm an avoider. Like why?
Yeah, it's obviously true. You're not an avoider at all. She is able to determine when an issue has the potential to turn into a crisis and nips it in the bud. Some people just wait for the crisis. I agree. That's a good description
That
of who
is it.
April is here.
Yes.
No question.
Yes.
That's hilarious. I'm calling you Hugh, Desi, but whatever. Denise says people do admit it. They say the phrase "if it were me."
Ah, okay. Okay.
That's how they admit it. She's saying.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
I guess that happens.
That's good. That's good.
Wow. All right. So, you want to say anything else, babe?
I did. Hold up. Let me
There are
look
a
at my
couple
notes.
things. I mean, there are some stuff that we had here on like basically how to give your partner the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who cares about that
Who cares
tonight?
about that?
You know what I'm
But I mean, we know how to give people the benefit of the doubt. We know how to do that.
saying? I think so.
I think
I
that
think
we
it has
have
to be.
to choose.
I think it has to be in
do it.
accordance with what they need, though, because what you just said to me was,
You got to find out what that looks like.
it's not enough for me to say or to feel like you're doing your best all the time or you meant to do it right or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You also need me to reflect that in the way that I speak to you. That's
Yes,
bottom line.
And you know that.
Yeah.
You already
see,
know that, though.
But see, here's the thing, though. I thought that's what I was doing
Yeah,
that
you
other
did,
day.
you did.
And so what I have to realize is that it's not just my tone and how I said it. It was also the fact that I said such a long thing in that situation that made you feel like,
But
you know
let
what
me
I'm
tell
saying?
you something. I knew that you had thought this through because it was such a long thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
John had to be like, you know what? Let me say exactly, let me think about this 1st.
Mhm.
But I think that, when giving your partner or whoever the benefit of the doubt, I think you have to think about yourself. What would you want? And when is it the Bible that says, "Do unto others as you have to do unto you"? Yeah,
Yes.
right.
It is the Bible.
I'm
That says
sorry that I
That's
get
okay.
it mixed up
No
sometimes.
problem.
But
There's a lot of places we get proverbs from that we mess up and
Right,
say it's from the
right.
Bible and it's not. So that's
Exactly.
not,
but
nothing wrong
but
with you.
seriously, if we would use that proverb in our relationships, do unto others, do unto your spouse as you would want them to do to you, you would give the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You would say, you know what? Let me think about this. Did he really do that on purpose? And I think you can give the benefit of the doubt and still say, hey, that really hurt my feelings, but I know you didn't mean it that way.
Right.
But I just need you to know that
Right.
kind of hurt my feelings. I don't
Right.
think that an argument will come from that
Doesn't have to.
because you could preface it with, I know you did not mean
Yes.
to do this.
Or you
in that
probably
way.
didn't mean that.
You
in
probably
that
didn't
way.
mean it
Yeah.
because I know you're not like that.
Right,
I know you
right.
are a kind person
Yeah.
and you wouldn't do that on purpose.
Yeah.
But
that was
when you
unkind.
said this or that hurt.
Yeah.
That's giving the BOTD too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
there are ways.
Wanda agrees with that. All right, so I don't know. I have no idea if you're going to win or not tonight. You probably are.
I should win because John said I am an avoider and I'm not.
I came back off that, though. You know what I'm saying?
Because he knows me.
I came back off
Like
that. By the way,
the chimes know.
I am Bianca Brown said 16 personalities because we couldn't remember. and she
Oh,
put it in
thank
there.
you. The chimes be knowing, honey. They be getting it to us quick.
They do be knowing. So,
Yeah, guys. So take the 16 personalities, look it up. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, I was just reading all of it because it was just amazing how, first of all, on point it was.
Yeah.
But I do believe that when you're taking those tests, you have to decide that you're gonna be honest.
Yeah, because you could
Because you
basically
can be
fill it out like
tempted-
you want to be this.
Yes, you can be tempted to answer what you want to be,
Right. Right.
and
that's
not what
gonna
you
help.
really
That's
are.
not going to help you.
You know,
That's not going to help you at all.
like
So if
so
you
many
take it, you know what I'm
times
saying?
back in the day, and I wanted to say that I was, social and not that I'm not social, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
all non-introvert stuff.
Right. You didn't want to be an introvert.
I wanted to click on it, and I was like, man, yeah, Camille.
All right, so real quick, Primo says, I don't know if this is a big deal for women, but when a man tries, like John thought it through, and then doesn't get the benefit of the doubt, he is very defeated. Each time this happens, he is less likely to try, put the thought in again. Why would I try if I'm going to catch heat anyway? That's a
No,
good
that's
point.
very true.
So
Listen, that is true.
And we tell our couples this all the time. And so what April really did well in this situation was she could tell that I tried, even though I didn't quite hit the mark. It bothered her, but she didn't hold it against me. She didn't berate me or castigate me, which would have been like punishing me for
That's
basically
very
coming
true.
to
And
her.
I have had
That's
moments
important.
where John has said to me, you punished me for being honest. I'm like, dog, I
Right,
messed up,
right,
man. So
right.
I'm always trying to do that right because it's true. Like, somebody comes to you, they're transparent, they're being vulnerable, they say feelings that they normally don't say, using words like hurt and abandoned, or whatever, right? And then you're like, abandoned?
Right.
What? Then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I
And now
just
you
got
feel like you're
punished
crazy.
for, being honest.
Yes.
That's another
It's a thing.
episode.
It's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole nother
So
episode.
Camille Beckford says Team April. For the first time in life, Madeline Grant Williams has said surprise Team John. I'm just gonna
She's
stop the show
she's
right now. You know what I'm
questioning
saying?
it with her emoji.
I'm just gonna stop the show right now.
You
See,
know, if you said something that really moved her, then because I trust Madeline, I'm gonna give her
Good.
the
I'm
BOTD
glad.
right now
she's not against
because
you.
I know that
You know
she's
what I'm
not
saying?
against.
No,
Even though
just Team
little-
John. Thank you so much.
I still love you, Madeline. I still love you. Yeah, Deidre. I'm winning so far. Winning so far.
Well, I still
Said I'm
haven't.
winning
Primo
so
still
far.
hasn't weighed in with his Team John.
That's because
As
Primo
soon-
wants to say Team April.
As
And
soon as
Primo,
he comes in,
Primo,
I will be tired.
you have to
You know
say
what I'm
Team
saying?
April
No,
because
he
you
doesn't.
knew
No.
that I was not an avoider. You knew that, and you put that. Come on now.
I can't vote
Wow.
tonight.
Bye,
Bye,
Felicia.
Felicia.
That's the Team
Oh my goodness, man.
Well, tonight. That's
Oh,
two.
man.
That's two Team Aprils from Primo.
That's hilarious.
I need a screenshot.
Egg,
that.
Egg was on here. Says I like the Insta option. We like it too. The only problem is, so far we can't get our Instagram comments on the screen, which is what we'd love to be able to do. April does not have a cold. She has
No, I have
allergies.
allergies, and I get them badly. Got,
Danita
like,
says,
sinus
can,
infection.
can I vote for both? Yes,
Yes.
people do it all the time. People do Team
Aw,
Japril,
Danita.
Team
Team
Apron, Team Nixon. They do all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to challenge you, though, to vote Team John. But that's, whatever.
I'm
Whatever you
Team
decide.
April
You know what I mean?
because you my girl. You know what I'm saying? Because
Well,
Judge
Wanda
for
says
being
judge for being
honest.
honest. Wow, guilty. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to think about
I
that.
have done that.
Yeah.
Yay, Wanda.
Wanda says team both, and Madeline says I love 2 April, my dance buddy.
Yes,
so
Madeline's my dancing
Madeline be over
buddy.
there. Yeah, Keith, Team John. Thank you, Keith.
Man, babe. Maybe you won tonight.
I might have.
But see, when I get Primo, I win automatically.
That's not a challenge. That's an order. I didn't mean to order you. Sorry. You know what I'm saying?
So for the record, I did not say Team April. Yes, you did.
Right.
Yes, you did.
And
I'ma
Denise says team both. You know what I'm saying? Hugh, Team April.
I
Oh my goodness.
won.
That's why I called you Hugh instead of Desi. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Desi.
All right, we gotta get out of here. It is actually only 10:02. That's not bad.
Only
but,
we've been going to bed early, babe.
you're
We
right.
gotta
we
keep
have
the.
been.
We gotta
do
keep
that.
it going.
I gotta get up early and leave tomorrow too. I got a long
we've
drive.
been working. We've been doing good going to bed.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all
All right,
next
y'all.
week, right here on Just John and April or Ask John and April Live at
Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern.
It's getting late because we're gonna start giving wrong information. So we.
Eugenia says Team John and April.
Aww.
Primo says yes, it's Davis. Excuse me. Camille says Primo Davis.
Yes, you
did.
Exactly.
Blessings on you too,
Yes.
Wanda.
Glad to see you back.
Love you
Wanda.
guys.
Love
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.